San Diego Studios has rolled out their third feature premiere this week, responding to a lot of our questions and quelling some of our fears about MLB The Show 22 on Nintendo Switch. When the tech test rolled out last week, we all jumped into the Switch for the first time and were met with some blurry gameplay and choppy performances. But San Diego Studios was sure to share tons of raw gameplay that I'm going to be playing throughout this entire video. I'm now really starting to get excited about the launch of MLB The Show, so in this video, we're going to go over 10 details we now know about MLB The Show 22 on Nintendo Switch. Now before we get started, please consider subscribing. I'll be covering all the MLB The Show 22 news on the road to launch on April 5th. All right, let's get into it. For number one, the San Diego Studio team assured us that the tech test build was 2 weeks old and wasn't fully optimized, as well as this isn't something for us to be concerned about, that they've made significant progress since that build of the game and have improved performance to deliver a buttery smooth 30 FPS gameplay with clean visuals. Now, I personally was a bit worried when I first played, so I'm glad that they have ironed this out, and taking a look at this gameplay here in this video has rested a lot of my concerns. At number two, the Nintendo Switch is its very own build, not a port. We've been wondering if the game was a port over from PS4 or Xbox One, but learned from Ramon that this version of the game is its own build, and for that reason the team needed a little bit more time to deliver this game on the Nintendo Switch console. This is also why we're feeling some different gameplay and seeing some different bugs when playing that version of the game. Ultimately, this is a good thing though, because it'll focus on optimizing the Switch's console power and memory to make things as best as they can be. At number three, cross-play, cross-saves, and cross-progression. So you can play on PS5, then save, and then pick up and play on the road on your Nintendo Switch. We talked about this before regarding how last time you could do this on the PS Vita in the past, but this feels way more intuitive with your inventory and items feeling central to your account as opposed to trying to pass them from file to file over the cloud. At number four, we got our first look at franchise mode. And it's the logo. I imagine that some of the gameplay from this trailer also might be inside of franchise mode, but it seems that the San Diego Studios team is maybe hiding exactly what the improvements are to March, October and franchise mode from us. I guess we'll have to see when the feature premiere comes out on March 17th. At number five, all core modes and secondary modes are available on Nintendo Switch. All content updates will also be available on Switch too. This is a huge W because early on our thoughts were that the compromises that maybe have been made to deliver MLB The Show on the system might have been felt in modes and features. This has completely been put to bed, as you can play in any mode in any way as you want, in the same way that you can on PS4, Xbox, PS5, Xbox Series X. At number six, the only feature not coming to the Switch is Stadium Creator. Yes, you cannot create, use, or play in a stadium either. Now, this is unfortunate and seems that this is probably a console memory issue, that there's a lot needed to deliver that many assets in a screen when you're playing, and that feature is just too much to handle for the Switch. We also know it's too much to handle for PS4 and Xbox One because they also are not going to be able to do Stadium Creator. At number seven, the final size of MLB The Show 22 on the Nintendo Switch will be 20 gigabytes. So make sure you have plenty of room. You're also going to need to save some space for when you're downloading content updates, because some modes will not be playable unless you download that content update, especially online ones. At number eight, when playing MLB The Show 22 in handheld mode, it'll deliver a resolution that is reduced to improve performance and battery. Now, we're not sure exactly what the resolution will be, but my guess is 720p when in handheld and 960 when docked. With this in mind, when you play docked, it won't be the best experience as it will be when you're playing handheld. Now, I'm going to be playing on PS5 when I'm sitting at my desk and TV and stuff, but I for sure want to play in handheld mode on Switch when I'm on the road or just somewhere in the house, like on the couch. At number nine, all Diamond Dynasty cards, equipment, earned stubs, not bought stubs, parallel progress, and more. The entire inventory will be shared with you when you link your Nintendo account to your MLB The Show account. Now, this is great because you won't have to reacquire content to be used even in your franchise mode or Road to the Show, and of course, when you're playing Diamond Dynasty, you'll have full access to your inventory. At number 10, we've known that you can play Exhibition with Joy-Cons. We also just learned that you can now play Home Run Derby as well. I'm also very curious if you can play Retro mode with the Joy-Cons. That wasn't brought up, but I feel like that would also be a really good move for them to allow that to happen. Retro mode is really going to be like an improved RBI baseball for sure. MLB The Show 22 on Nintendo Switch is looking like it's going to be really great, going to be a great experience when in handheld mode. And I can't wait to play the show from anywhere, especially franchise or Road to the Show. So let me know what you think down in the comments, and until the next one, we'll see ya. Peace.